Well, hello, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with Valerie Schramm. She is the community events coordinator at Boys Town, and also Connie Schnoes, psychologist. And we're here to talk about Boys Town and also their Boys Town run that's coming up here in September. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Well, Connie, let's start with you and let's just talk a little bit about Boys Town, the organization, and who you serve.
So Boys Town, the organization, I think is probably one of Nebraska's best kept secrets. Boys Town's actually been around for over 100 years. So Father Flanagan started this in 1917, just serving kids who were homeless at that point. Today, we serve kids, thousands and thousands of kids all across the country in numerous programs. Here in Omaha, we have the most programs to serve kids from Nebraska, but all over the country as well. I work in our outpatient behavioral health clinic, and I also help manage all of our national behavioral health clinics that we have across the country. So common sense parenting, so classes for parents, outpatient therapy for kids and families and adults, assessment services, chemical use services, inpatient services, the national hotline. Like, wow. There's just so many things that Boys Town does to try to help children and families.
Yeah. And again, over 100 years. Wow. And there is so much. What a great organization. And one of the things that we had to change this year, because I always look forward to the Boys Town, which was called the Memorial Day Run, because it actually was on Memorial Day, but changed the date. And Valerie, I'll let you kind of speak to the run that's actually happening on Saturday, September 9th. So coming up real quickly. Is there anything different besides the date change?
No, we're keeping the agenda the way that it traditionally always has been, but we are moving the date to September to coincide with Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, which is in September. We're really excited about that and putting a focus on mental health.
And I do know for this run, it's a 5-mile run, correct?
There's
three walk run.
Yeah. There's a 5-mile walk run, a 1-mile walk run, and then we have a kids 400-meter fun run for kids 12 and under.
And we'll go a little bit into the registration, but I want to backtrack and talk about the mental health piece here. But registration, people can go online and register.
Correct. Yes. If you visit www.boystown.org/run, you can find all the details about the run, what time we expect you to be on campus, what time the races start, parking,
and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
How many people typically come out to this? I mean, I know we were virtual for a couple years and then back in person last year. And again, I've been to it several times. It's just and it's a family. I mean, it really is a family affair as well.
Yeah, it's a great family event. Our numbers, have kind of gone up and down with COVID. However, we've really stayed in that 1,200 to 1,500 range for participants, which is great. We look forward to this year in the community embracing the date change to support mental health and Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. We're hoping to hit right around 1,000 participants this year. It's a great day on campus.
So let me ask you this, and whether it's Valerie or Connie, what do you want people to understand about mental health? I mean, and why was that an important change?
I think a couple of things. One, there's been a shift in terms of focus and interest, I think, in mental health and increasing awareness of the need for services for mental health. So not only reactive services for when people are struggling, but also a little bit more proactive services just in terms of education and having kids and parents understand what is mental health and what's healthy mental health and how do we get those services. And so one is just drawing attention to help reduce stigma and open increase awareness around it's okay to ask for help when you need help. And we all need help at some point. It's okay to ask for help. I think the other thing is to just try to increase awareness for people in Nebraska that Boys Town serves more than the kids on campus.
Yeah.
When I tell people I'm a psychologist for Boys Town, they very quickly decide I work with the kids on campus, and I don't work with the kids on campus. My caseload is all families who do not live at Boys Town. They come from all over the Omaha metro and surrounding areas. And that's true for all of our clinics across the country. We're serving the public, not just campus program kids.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's a really great point. I mean, I actually lived close to Boys Town. I grew up right across the street from Boys Town, but driving by, by Boys Town, I mean, I see the like the billboards and the research, and there's so much more that you do that just spreads way beyond what's happening within that Boys Town community that we see. So, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So it's great to have that conversation. I will tell you before we end, one of the things I really love about this walk run, I'll walk, maybe run a little bit, but you really get to go. I mean, Boys Town is a beautiful, beautiful space. I mean, that you get to walk, up, I mean, it's up and down the hills, but you really get to experience the environment. So that's something that, I mean, it's something that people just can't go and do that. So
yeah, Andy, it's a beautiful campus, and the route will actually take you along many buildings on campus, including Father Flanagan's home, the visitor center, the Hall of History, our headquarters building, the lake. And so it is a wonderful walk and run, whichever you choose to do.
Yeah. All right. So one more time, people can go to register at boystown.org/run. There's also, we were talking about an 800 number that people can, let's just talk about that before we go. Is that for information about the run, or that just information in general about mental health?
That's the Boys Town hotline number.
Okay.
So Boys Town has operated a hotline now for over 2 decades, a long time. And so the hotline number for anybody in any kind of need is 1-800-448-3000. And they will provide immediate counseling, crisis counseling, or they will connect people to the resources they need in their area. It is a national hotline, so it doesn't matter where you are when you call.
Yeah. Again, so important what this organization does. And again, the history is rich, and why it was founded. It's just incredible to understand kind of the journey of and how it's just unfolded and evolved over these over 100 years. So any last words, ladies, before I let you go?
You both were talking about, how beautiful campus is, and it really is beautiful. And one thing with the pandemic, it was closed to the public. So this is an opportunity for folks to come back to campus who maybe haven't been here in a while. And Valerie, you haven't said anything about it being also a virtual opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to just add, Andy, that the event is open to virtual participation. There's an option when you register for those that can't join us in Omaha, or maybe, don't want to come to the campus or aren't able to come to the campus. They can walk in an environment of their choosing, including a treadmill at their own home.
Yeah, I actually love that. I love having that virtual option. Whether you don't live here or you just can't come that morning. But again, it's a beautiful campus. Saturday, September 9th. Encourage everybody to come on out, and so much information on the website. So ladies, Valerie, Connie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.